Before we get started, man. Hand claps. Hand claps to my wife, man. Hand claps to her.
Hand claps to the new mom.
Look, happy 3rd anniversary to my baby.
Oh man.
Happy. I want to thank you. I want to say I love you. I want to. I hope you like your tennis shoes. You know, as I got older, not even older because I'm only in year 3, but bro, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this shit out here is tough for me. So I got her. So all right, I got our wedding anniversary. Christmas is in a month. A week after Christmas is her birthday.
Damn.
And a month after that is Valentine's Day.
You should have spaced this shit out,
Bruh.
Did she get you the anniversary starter Hornet jacket?
She did get me the jacket, but it was cold as hell outside. And so,
Gavin cannot wait to wear the starter jacket.
Look, I didn't
man, everybody had that jacket in the 90s.
Look, she got it at her job. They was having like a retro like show, and some they bring in all these people to bring in stuff to sell. And when they was setting up, she went to the dude and was like, I want that jacket now, but you're not allowed to put this out.
Yeah,
I want it right now.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so she bought it for me, and she bought it for me years ago. But I was thinking about every year around this time.
Dude,
I'm
this
like,
shit's like 900 on eBay.
Bruh, look.
It's crazy.
My son, if he keep going through these diapers, this might be on eBay.
We're gonna have to put the jacket on eBay.
Bruh, I'm here to warn everybody. Don't have no kids.
No, man, don't say that, man. Don't say that.
Y'all do it when you're ready. They are.
You're never
They're
ready.
expensive.
You're never ready.
You're never ready. And they're expensive, dog.
They're expensive.
Bro, he go through diapers. I was trying to keep him in them newborn diapers
They
so bad.
disrespectfully go through diapers too.
Bruh, I changed him yesterday. I fed him yesterday. I changed him halfway through his bottle. I had my homeboy on the phone. And he was like, yo, is he farting? He was laying it in, bro. And I could feel it. So I'm like, he's not farting.
We wish that was farts.
Bruh.
Don't you love this podcast? Like, this is a daddy's podcast.
Look, absolutely. And so, like, I feel him, and I'm like, my man is already pooping in his diaper. So that's 2 diapers in 10 minutes. Like, I'm thinking,
What's the cost on diapers? Diapers come in packs of what, 50?
You can do like they got like a 24 pack, and then they have like the big joint.
The big joint. It was like what? It was like what, 50 cents a diaper.
Probably.
Yeah, diaper.
Only reason why I can't say I don't know because shout out to everybody that came to our baby shower. Everybody brought diapers, and I understand why now.
Yeah.
Because you go through them.
That's why you have a baby shower with people who already have kids.
Absolutely.
So they can buy shit that you're actually gonna use.
Yo.
And not like 20 T-tot shirts that you're never gonna use.
That you never like, yo, it take them shitting through one onesie, and you be like, all right. I mean, I understand why I need all those, but people who don't have kids, they get like the cool, like funny gifts. People who have kids get you the shit that you need.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was telling one of my boys, I'm like, look, don't get caught up and buy all these doggone bottles, because we have like 30 different type of bottles at the crib. And he only uses like one style.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Stupid. But we got all these bottles because not all none of the parents got us the bottles because they knew. They was like, you're going to land on it. What you need.
Yeah. I mean, just re-gift the bottles.
Absolutely.
Don't open them, re-gift them.
I already have it in my mind. So what I'm going to do is whoever my next maternity client is, they getting a bunch of newborn diapers and they getting all these bottles that we don't need, like that we haven't used, that's just still in the plastic. It's just like, all right, man.
I love it.
But anyway, shout out to my baby. I want to say, look, please don't burn my pockets on Saturday when we go out to dinner. She already told me I want to get dinner, then go out for drinks. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. So y'all got a sitter?
Yeah, bro.
Baby number 2 on the way.
Absolutely not.
We got any sexy music?
Nope.
Let's get it on.
Let me tell you why that's funny. I'm shooting a client. This might not be funny to some of y'all. I was shooting a client, an older couple, on Saturday, and the guy's a DJ, and so I'm doing their wedding, and he's like, man, I can't wait, whatever. And he's like, man, I'm gonna just let everybody know. He's like, I'm letting you know, I'm letting everybody know, I'm playing R. Kelly at my wedding. I don't care what nobody say.
What R. Kelly song is that?
I don't know. I definitely he definitely said he gotta play Step in the Name of Love. Like he's like, I gotta play all that.
Yes.
I don't know why you artists decide to keep going to Rolling Loud and music festivals. It's clear that
they got to get paid, bro. They have to get paid,
bro. But it's clear these people work with the feds, bro. Like
who got fucked up now?
Fetty Wap.
Oh yeah,
he got picked up at the festival.
Yeah, he got picked up. Hey, man, but Fetty was moving some major weight, man. Kilos, they found several kilos. They found like over $1 million.
$1.7 million.
So,
and here's my thing. It's 2021, bro. But I don't know why people still like certain drugs. I still don't understand why it's still popping, i.e. heroin. But
he got caught with fentanyl, right?
Yeah, I think some of that too. And which is mind blowing. All right, here's my thing about fentanyl. People know it takes just a couple of specks to kill you, right? Yeah. I'm still confused on why people want it.
Well, I mean, it's all the heroin high, but instead of having 100 kilos of heroin, you just have one kilo of fentanyl, and just bust it down the way it's supposed to be bust down. And also, I'm almost certain that fentanyl has to be made in a lab. Like this,
absolutely.
So when I keep seeing them busting people with fentanyl, I be like, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It's obvious that the street dealers are not creating fentanyl.
Well, bro, that's every drug though.
It's obvious. Well, I mean, cocaine is in the jungles of South America.
Absolutely.
Marijuana is California.
Yeah, pretty much.
Heroin is still from either poppy fields in Mexico or Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Welcome back the troops. So but fentanyl, like, it doesn't grow anywhere, right?
It's a lab.
This shit is in a lab. This shit is in a perfectly manicured
situation.
100% clean room. Someone is creating fentanyl
from one country.
And then, I mean, for wherever. So it's like, it is bullshit. And they could make it less potent. They don't. So the question is like, well, who's making the fentanyl? That's my question. I mean, I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. It's just that fentanyl does not grow in the wild.
It does not.
That much we know. But for Fetty though, like 16 kilos of coke, 2 kilos of heroin, numerous fentanyl pills. I don't know why they mentioned 2 9mm guns, a rifle, and a pistol. That's
gonna matter.
That's not a lot of weapons. First off,
not for him from Patterson.
Yeah, $1.5 million is a lot of cash. 16 kilos of coke is a lot of kilo. But this is a Hustlers podcast. But gents,
don't you do it. Oh, where are you going with this?
We can't we can't get caught doing this shit right here. So that's where I'm going. We can't get caught doing this shit right here, man. You gotta keep your circle small.
Wait till Mike rewatch his videos. Saw the side I was giving him. Like, don't you do
it? Look, what my dad said: if you can't do it by yourself, don't do it.
Don't do it, man.
It's too many people. Too many people involved.
For those who not understand, I think Cardi B was the first artist since Fetty Wap who had more than 3 number ones in 1 year. And before Fetty Wap, I think Fetty Wap had 4. To get a number 1 in this country, in this music era, is a tough thing to do.
It's super tough in the streaming era.
The streaming era is tough. Then you look at it and you turn around and say Fetty Wap had 4 in 1 year. And you look at it and you say, first of all, I am gonna tell y'all why.
Did he own his masters?
No. So, and let me tell you where that's messed up at. Yeah. Fetty Wap created this album. A label heard some of his music, was like, oh, you already have the label done? We'll give you this amount of money, 300, that is the label. Was like, we'll give you this amount of money for this album. Thank you very much. And they made a shit ton of money off this dude. And he was screwed so bad, he just, like, he got too hyped, you know what I'm saying? He didn't leave his community.
Yeah.
He got Shorty pregnant. And if you know who Shorty is, if you know who his first baby mom was, or his baby mom that was popping in the streets, she has never had nothing positive going on around her. And I told everybody, I said, I think her name is Masika from like Love and Hip Hop.
And all these cats are young, man. Like, I mean, 26, 26,
kids, man.
23, like.
Dude. And when he got Shorty pregnant, I think I put it in one of the group chats. They gonna find it. I was like, yo, his career is done. Like, cause that's just the type of woman she was. And then I started to see he wasn't putting music around.
Yeah, and solid point. I'm glad you said that, right? He could not take off because of the woman that he ran into.
Yeah,
and we're gonna talk about our favorite fucking person.
Come on, man.
Today we'll actually play a video and do a live reaction on the show today. It's gonna be
fucking funny.
Yeah, but to that point, if you hit yourself to the wrong horse, right?
Absolutely.
It's just you're not going to go as far as you could go. Like Fetty Wap, to your point, right, had numerous number one hits in a time in the streaming era when this is hard to do.
Absolutely.
But in
a year, bruh.
Bad decisions.
Bad baby.
Don't have the right people around you. Don't have the correct wife with you. And it's like, I'm seeing this and I'm like, damn, man, this dude, you're you, right? Like, you're you. You don't have to do anything else. You can actually make music. You can actually, fulfill whatever contractual obligation. Do like Jeezy did. Put out 5 fucking bullshit albums and get away from under your contract. Now you own your shit.
And shout out to...
Or Drake.
Or Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, he totally let me down. Rick Ross, I need to talk to you because, bruh, your last 3 albums, you pretty much said, yo...
Hey, man, they gotta get out from under these contracts. I don't blame them, and I feel bad because normally when these artists hit, right, like we love an artist, it's because of that first album, then they come back hard with that second album, and then they get on tour, and then they see how much money the albums are making, and then they see how much money they're getting, and then they're like, man, fuck this shit, right?
I can just tour the rest of my life.
Yeah, and then it's like, albums 3, 4, 5, or, God forbid they don't sign the 7-album deal.
Terrible.
It's like, there's no more good music.
Bruh.
But, again, that shit falls on us black people, man. Like, there's no reason in a streaming music era that we're still getting screwed in music.
Absolutely.
We've literally created, the top 3 genres
of all time
of music. Like, we've literally created them, right? Like, rock and roll, hip hop, and pop. Right? Yeah. Where the fuck you think pop come from? Like, does anyone out there believe that pop came from, I don't know, country music? Right? No, it didn't. It didn't. Pop came directly from, you can say it came from hip hop, or you can say pop, was a combination of hip hop and EDM, which EDM comes from house music. House music comes from sped up disco music. So it's like, if you create 3 genres of music and then the music becomes decentralized to a point, right? With Apple and Spotify, man. I know these music groups still influence a lot, but for the most part, you can get away from under the thumb, of these massive music industries. We got to do better as a people, man.
Absolutely. That's why I respect Cardi so much. She dropped her first album. They ripped that deal up, and pretty much Cardi pretty much let everybody know, like, I ain't gonna be doing music too much longer. Because she can make so much money.
She was never a rapper.
She was never, but it takes a point where you realize, like, I can make more money in other places.
Yeah.
So rapping or taking time to go to a studio and spend money, right? It costs too much. Like, it's
all comedians, what they want to do. All comedians want this sitcom, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Absolutely.
Like the comedy, it's a grind. You know what I'm saying? But if I grind this out, I'm trying to get that sitcom. I'm trying to get that show where I can make millions and get into syndication and then move on from there. And like I said, I feel bad for Fetty, man. Like I said, it's a hustler's
poor
podcast,
decisions.
man.
Poor decisions. Another poor decision, rather. Rugs.
Man.
You probably can't hear this podcast right now because you're not getting it's a wrap. For those who not know, he was a wide receiver, right?
Yeah. Wide receiver out of Bama.
Yep.
Fast as hell. Been underachieving, but he played for Raiders. He played for John Gruden, who's a racist bigot. You know what? Let me take that back so I don't get sued. John Gruden, who's an assumed racist bigot, heard the emails that he sent out. Allegedly. All right. So
the NFL still ain't told us what they was investigating Washington for, which they're never gonna tell us.
Yeah, so just to clarify there. But yeah, terrible decision. You know what's crazy is the NFL actually, I read this. I mean, I'm not an NFL player, so I don't know. any NFL players in the comments could please, correct us if we're wrong. But it said that the players union actually pays for any rides that players need. So like if you're an active NFL player and if you're out, you can just call like an Uber or whatever. And I don't know if they reimburse you. I don't know if it's an app they have, but you don't actually have to drive home.
I believe it.
So and then the fact that Ruggs is out here driving. I saw 161. I also saw 127. But either way,
so apparently he was going 160, and by the time his airbags was deployed, the car was reading at 127.
Yeah, like
you should not be going that fast in Vegas, bro.
Well, especially with the mother of your kid in the car with you,
bro.
Like there's a lot of poor decisions there.
Several.
Yeah, I mean, sad, definitely sad for the woman that was literally just sitting there chilling with her dog in the car. Right, she's not expecting that. And then Ruggs, your career is over. Like whatever $100 million contract that you could have signed as a wide receiver in the next 2 years, that's done. Gone.
You might gone. More than likely, you never playing football again.
He's never. He's young enough that he may play football again, but in this social media era, right? Like this is the era where everything shows up online, literally hours after it happened, and that imagery of that car burning, him sitting there crying, that shit's gonna play forever. Like Ray Rice is not in the league. It ain't because he, he got into a domestic altercation.
It's because we got the video.
It's because we got the video of it.
That's the only reason why.
There's hundreds of him,
There's a Law and Order episode of the Ray Rice case.
Yeah,
true shit.
Yeah, like that's why he never made it back to the league. So, yeah, like to your point, there's a good chance that this kid never makes it back. And hey, knock on wood and good luck to like all men out there. Surround yourself with good people, good friends.
Absolutely.
Don't drink and drive.
Please
don't buzz, drink and drive.
Yep.
Take an Uber home, man. Spend the $30-$40.
Bruh.
Come back and pick the car up the next day. Just, make better decisions. As men, it falls on us, right? Like if it failed on Ruggs that night to tell his girl we're catching an Uber home.
Yeah.
It falls on him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like if she would have probably came to him and was like, yo, we need to take an Uber home, he might have been like, nah, let's drive.
Yeah.
Right? Like it falls on the man. That's what, again, it's accountability podcast.
And it is not that it would have been better, but it ain't like, man, you blew a .81.
Yeah.
You was twice the legal limit going 160 miles per hour. That to me is mind blowing that you was saying I'm in a car and I gotta push it this fast. I'm this drunk. And like I said,
and him being, I mean, a superior human being, if we're just being honest, right? Like that's what athletes are. Like twice the legal limit for Henry Ruggs is probably not like that shit might sit most people on their ass, right?
Yeah.
Most people probably couldn't even make it to the fucking car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this dude can still get in the, like, you have to know who you are as a man, right? Like
absolutely.
Everything falls on you. I got to make better decisions, like from the onset, from the beginning. If you really want to drive your car home, that night for whatever reason you just bought it, you don't want to take Uber, you hate waiting, then you got to know that like however many drinks he had, he needed to drink half of that -1.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? Like that,
absolutely.
that's how those are the decisions that you have to make. And here's the thing about decision making. Me and a really good friend was talking about this.
I like when Mike talked to his friends.
Yeah, like. When you make the right decision, there's no one to affirm that's the right decision. There's literally no one, right? Like we only look at mistakes and then go back and say, damn, you should have did this. If you actually do it, there's no affirmation, there's no adulation, there's no one coming behind you saying that, you know what, that was the right fucking thing. So there's not even any proof that what you're doing is the right thing. Like when we was pissed at Joe Biden for pulling, the troops out of Afghanistan, we talked about this on the episode probably about 4 episodes ago, right? If he says I'm leaving the troops, it would be the right decision, but there would be no proof that it's the right decision.
Absolutely.
And it's like as a guy, as a man, right? Like this shit is hard.
Yeah.
Because you got to get to the point to where you're consistently making the right decision. And there is no evidence of the right decision because it's only the lack of destruction.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't prove that, that the destruction would have came by making the right decision. So it's so hard because everything in the society is, I need proof or I need a consequence, right? Either it's a
Absolutely.
positive consequence or a negative consequence. Whereas as a man, being into your, like when you're within providence, when you're within your divinity, making the right decision, there is no evidence, right?
Nah.
There's only the lack of destruction. You have to get used to it as a man.
Yeah.
Damn, we just got that was serious as fuck.
It was serious fuck,
Damn.
man. But it brings you to that when they talk about cheating, they say once you cheat, is like there were so many steps before you got to the actual cheating that you could have turned around and said, nah, I ain't gonna do this.
There's a ton of places that you could have made.
And so Russ had time of choices.
Like he had so many instances where he could not have made that decision. And I can assure you right now, at this very moment,
He's thinking about
all those decisions. And like as men, we have to look at that and say, all right, where in my life can I make sure I'm not making decisions to avoid the destruction, right? And there's no tangible reward, right?
Yep.
Because the only thing you're avoiding is the lack of destruction. You still got to put in the work for the success. So you got two things going on as a man. You got the lack of destruction, and then you got to do the work for success. This shit is hard.
You know what else is hard? Let me tell y'all what's hard. I don't know how the hell Damian Lillard made a top 75 list of NBA players. That list couldn't have been that hard. It was so many, bruh.
You know what, man? I went through the snubs. I wasn't really upset. I really, really wasn't. Like Dwight Howard,
he could have came in before Dame.
You know what? But see, here's the thing, though. We always say this in sales, right? You're only as good as your current month.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter everything you did in the past.
Okay.
Dwight Howard has made such a mess of the end of his career.
Yeah.
That that's more fresh in our minds than him in Orlando.
Absolutely. Well, okay, yes. Okay, so here's my thing.
Tony Parker did not belong on the fucking list.
He don't belong on the list.
T-Mac had a great 6 years.
Better than Dame.
Yao. Yeah, I get the argument for Yao because he's an international player.
Absolutely.
He could have been number 75. I would not have been mad at that.
Yao or Dame?
Yao.
Okay. My only issue with this whole list is Dame. I'm sorry. And I'm a Dame fan. I think he cool. But for the dude who not even 6, for the dude like 3 years ago who was complaining that he wasn't making all-star teams, I don't know how Manu Ginobili doesn't make it, but he does. I don't understand how Dwight doesn't make it, but he does. Tony Parker, no. T-Mac, I understand.
Because they were in the moment. They were thinking about dominant players now. And like Dame, I mean, this year he's sucking at the beginning of the season.
You get them foul calls.
Yeah. But Dame is a player that, like when you go to the court, it doesn't matter if you're going to win or not. You don't want to deal with Dame. You're just like, I don't feel like dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit was fresh in people's mind. Alex English, I get him not being on the team. He sort of should have been in my mind because he was an offensive talent, but he didn't really win enough. That's downside of playing in Denver.
Yep.
Penny should not have made the list. So everybody who people would say Paul Gasol shouldn't have.
He shouldn't have made the list.
Shouldn't have made the list, but I guess Paul is the greatest European player. Paul and Yao is sort of the same argument.
Are we talking about overseas international player?
We're talking about European. Like, who's a better European than Paul Gasol?
Where Dirk from?
Germany?
Okay.
I don't think Dirk is better than Paul.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think so. Over a career. I don't think so.
I forgot who I'm talking to. Mike hates Dirk, and we still don't know why.
I do not.
Before we get to Paul Gasol, I'm taking Dirk, Manu, even though Argentina is not definitely over there.
I'm not taking Manu
over Paul Gasol.
No.
Oh my gosh. No. Here we go, man. Where's Ez at when I need Ez? Look, Manu should have been on the list. Manu should have been on the list.
Manu should not have been on the list.
Yeah, bro.
You're destroying any credibility you have right now.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it like this. If we talk about Manu Ginobili, there's not 8 better shooting guards than him.
Manu was a pest. He was a good player.
He was good. Very good.
The Argentinian Vernon Maxwell. That's what he reminds me of.
Shout out. He be at Fridays all the time.
Hey, man, I love Vernon. Mad Max, man.
Here's my thing. I'm looking at it.
A guy who could bet on himself and still make it to the league and still ball. That is some undeniable talent.
Bruh.
Sports leagues do not play when you gamble because they can't fuck up their $1 billion brand.
Absolutely.
Because you're gambling. The fact that Mad Max still made it to like that means that this dude had the talent of Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Oh, God. I know motherfuckers gonna argue that point, but look, man, when you can point shave and still make it to the league, like that is a team saying, you know what?
Here we go.
Come on over here.
Point is, Dame, I don't know how you made the list. I don't know who you paid to make the list.
Dame is an NBA top 75. They should have gave that spot to Yao. I'd accept Yao.
T-Mac.
I'd expect
T-Mac is better than Yao. Like, come on, man.
T-Mac had a serious, good 6 years, man.
He had
Yao mean more to the league than T-Mac.
There were absolute meant more to the league. Yes, that's international. What Yao did internationally is the only reason why he in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah,
but we talking about the best 75 talents of the NBA. And if we're talking about the talents, top 75 talents of the NBA, Dame does not get in. I'm putting Dame in before Yao, sorry. But Dame is not better than... If Dame retired today, you're going to look at Manu's career, you're going to look at T-Mac's career, and you're going to look at Dame's career, and you're going to pick Dame last each time if you say, hey, this is a career. But these lists... when they do current players, they are guessing for the future. They did that with Shaq. Shaq shouldn't have got in on the top 50, right?
Yeah.
But they guessed.
But it was obvious.
And they guessed right. You know what I'm saying? So you do guess right. And it is what it is, man. This is our favorite segment. This is our reoccurring guest that's never been here segment.
You know, and well, I think
the court right behind you.
Who I think we're going to be talking about.
She's never been here.
She's in Charlotte, man. She's in Charlotte.
I don't know why she don't never find us.
Like, look, we got to start tagging these things.
Yeah.
Because since she's in Charlotte, she really needs to come and do an episode. We have a whole couch over here for you.
Absolutely.
Like for you and your best friend.
Please bring her.
Please.
Her fine ass.
Woo,
the thing is,
she's so fine.
She is fine. I was on her Twitter a couple days ago. I had to hop off, man.
Yeah.
Because look, my wife gonna bring my son, and I was like, he don't need to see this shit this early, man. Get this shit out of here, man. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all still killing OnlyFans, acting like y'all shit still ain't on Reddit, man. Some girl, I was on Instagram yesterday. Some girl, she had her whole little page up. Follow my OnlyFans. I'm like, man, that shit on Reddit. If you don't get that shit out of here.
Man, nobody, like, but you know what? I say nobody does it, but
it's a group of men. It's a group of men, dog.
Simps do it because they do engage and comment and follow up because
beautiful.
You know, I mean, you gotta think about it. If you're making, you know, let's say $1,500 a month and you're getting $500 from this guy, you're going to drain that guy.
Absolutely.
You're going to drain that guy. So
can I get a feet pic? Absolutely. Whatever he asks for, you're going to send it to him. If he going to pay a portion of your bills and never see you.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll talk about that at the end, man.
All right. Here go our favorites guest that's never been here.
Simps got to stop. But this is going to be our guest. We're going to do a live reaction show to this shit right here. This was good.
This is going to be great.
No. 18 and 20. 16 and 20.
He probably don't even know he's going to like the fuck. Was he in the league at that time?
No, he was still at Kentucky.
The man was in college.
I hate academics.
And you're Brittany Renner, who he's seen all over the fucking media with these people.
So this is
now to this point, I did follow Bundle of Brittany. Well, this was like what 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you was talking about her then.
I was definitely following Bundle of Brittany like before she ever took off.
You did.
What I really get so fucking annoyed about is when do you as men take accountability? You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to fuck with me. You want to come at me. You want to fuck me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves?
All right.
I agree with the sentiment here.
Absolutely.
Why are we babying?
Okay, Brittany, I'm gonna give you a hand clap. Because you're starting off right.
She's starting off hot.
Because let me tell you something. Certain times men first of all, she said men gotta hold each other accountable. We do. Because we have encountered other dudes who, when we talk to them, they talk about how they meet certain women and they know what she about. And they do want to hop on the ride, but then they complain about the ride later.
Exactly. They complain about it. And it's like, nah, bro, like, you wanted to, go ahead for this turn, right? You want a bad bitch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta deal with that.
Yeah, nigga.
He come with it.
Here comes some bad bitch problems.
Look.
Look. That's part of the game, man. Like, don't discount what you about to endure or tolerate.
Me and you went to what was that club?
Don't say any names.
No, I'm not. We was in a club
or time frames.
We was in the music factory.
Gavin talks.
See, Mike's smart. Jamar heard one of our podcasts. He was like, bro, you couldn't leave my name out of that shit. I was like, my bad. It was one of the we was in the music factory. There's 2 levels. As soon as you come in, it was beside
Butter.
No, beside Butter, the tall one, where they had to shoot out at. Anyway,
I don't know.
Me and you was in there, and it was my birthday, and I had this girl with me, and she's bad, and she's just my homegirl. And I remember Mike had texted me, because me and Mike are in there. Mike is with somebody. I'm with this girl, and Mike was like, yo, you need to holler at her for real, for real. And I'm like, this chick was bad. And then I realized I went to go do something, and I turned my back, and a dude was pressed up on her trying to holler at her.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about, I'm like, this is so disrespectful. And then I thought about it, I'm like, this is the cost of having a bad chick with you.
If you have a
and
bad
you half-ass acting like you with her.
You ain't acting like you really, and that's why I was like, to that point, right? I'm saying like, yo, you out. Like, no, bro, like you got to be engaged.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like she wants the attention. That's why a woman is out with you. See, a lot of times, we're gonna do a dating podcast.
We got
end
to.
of the season, right? Episode 20, we're gonna talk about sex. Episode 19, we're gonna talk about dating.
We're gonna have Brittany here.
we're gonna try to definitely get Brittany here. We're gonna get Brittany here.
That's a goal for the podcast. We gotta jot that down.
But anyway, it's like men don't understand. Like if a woman have decided to be out with you, right? She's super fucking attractive. Mm-hmm. Do not be timid, right? And now don't be corny.
Yeah.
But don't be timid. Like
I was acting scared that day.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, dude, like, holla at her, man.
Yeah.
Like, she out with you.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's a list.
Bro, and I turned around, I looked at her, and then she was like, yo, you gotta act like you with me, because me and her was homies.
Yeah.
She was like, yo, if not, you gonna have to deal with this all night. And I was like, I had to, I think Ez texted me the next day. He was like, yeah, Mike said you had a baddie with, how was you acting? I was like, scared. Yeah, shout out.
That was young Gavin, man. Had him under my wing.
Look.
We got him there, though, because my man is married. Both of my homies are married.
All right, back to Brittany.
Back to Brittany.
I told you, I was on birth control up until I had a conversation with my baby father. So what do you think happened? So I imagine I got a leg lock him. Let me.
The maturity of men and women are different.
Shut up, act.
No, it's because men and women are held to different standards.
Facts.
Y'all want to look at a 20-year-old
this is true.
who wanted to fuck. I was 26 when I met him.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fuck with me?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what it is. Nope. Like, stop acting like someone had to pull the wool over his eyes. I was exactly who I am right now. And stop. Let me finish.
We said that shit though, right? How many podcasts ago did we say Brittany was exactly who she said she was
when she pulled up?
She was like, yo, we cannot fault this one. We ain't gotta pretend like she's motherfucking Teresa.
We don't.
Right? Like she ain't that.
She's not.
But we also ain't gotta pretend that like she like lied. Like, nah, bro, she was pretty upfront. She was pretty real with it.
We even played a quote when she said, look, this is the type of dudes, because they stupid.
Yes.
It's like Trump.
So
he showed us who he was.
Yeah, so
she showed us who she was.
She's on birth control.
Look.
And then all of a sudden she ain't. I mean,
you know what's gonna happen.
You know what's gonna happen.
I have no reason to be. I have no reason to lie about anything that I've done or the person that I am, and I believe in full transparency. The ideal relationship to me is for my partner to know everything about me. So please stop playing this victim narrative. If you wanted to just fuck me and just say she's trophy pussy, I hit Brittany Renner, that's that. Why did?
Solid fucking point, Brittany. And you know what, PJ, that's what it was, bro.
Look,
that was trophy. That was trophy, man. Like, let's keep playing.
Why did we have a baby? Our baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington III. Does that sound like an oops baby? Does that sound like someone who was bamboozled? You asked me to move in with you.
Damn.
In Charlotte.
You wanted me to have your child.
Damn.
In Charlotte.
At 22 years old.
Britt got the bus in reverse right now.
And here we are. I told you I'm okay to wait. I'm not in a rush. I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
I trust in divine timing.
All right, yeah, run it out right now.
Here we go.
No, I'm not trying to. I just told you.
Were you?
I was. I thought that was my guy. And like, I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to believe that.
Well,
and, like, in my mind, it's crazy to me that
I mean, it is kind of hard to believe because she makes these fucking bipolar goddamn
posts all the time.
Yeah, so it is kind of hard to believe that she knows exactly what she's up to.
And Brittany, let's be fair. You about to prove it to us over and over again, but like we grown up, we were taught at a young age that women are more mature than men. So not only do you meet a younger man, a teenager, let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
In college, you know he got his world ahead of him. And look, it's like the Oklahoma player who was dating Lisa Ann, the porn star in college. And she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
Every dude has watched her in porn, and she's dating, she's smashing a 19-year-old on campus, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the thing I'm trying to say is, did that boy know he was dating Lisa Ann? Absolutely. Well, he knew what it was like to date her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it does get to a point where it's like, while you still not mature enough to understand what's really going on. But Brittany understood what it was. Sometimes you got to save people from crashing and burning.
Brittany knew what it was.
She knew what she was doing.
Because here's the thing. Brittany wasn't going to land an NBA player that was on his second max contract, right?
Absolutely.
She wasn't landing a 29, 31-year-old guy.
Nah.
Right? Even though she was, 26 at the time?
She was 26,
So I mean, Brittany is making herself out to be a little bit of a victim.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And Brittany, we know what that shit is.
Yeah,
man.
just a little bit. And we ain't hating.
Nah.
But she knew the type of NBA guy she had to land.
Absolutely.
PJ checked off a lot of those boxes. He's light-skinned. He's tall. Mm-hmm. He's young. Stupid. Checks off a lot of fucking boxes.
Good enough for her.
To have a baby by.
Mm-hmm. Age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay. Crickets.
Okay.
The age gap between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
All right.
It's crickets.
All right, Brittany.
Y'all don't have the same energy. Lori Harvey's 24.
We don't even know what she sounds like.
Age gap
Brittany.
between her and Michael B.
Exactly.
Jordan.
We've never heard Lori Harvey.
But y'all picking, what's the age gap?
And academics, you getting your ass whooped, dog.
On his own show.
Wait.
Okay.
This is some renegade shit. This is some Eminem on Renegade.
Bro.
Killing the fucking OP.
We've seen Jay-Z and Beyonce. Address them. Address them. This is off the record. You don't care.
Brittany, you're a little too hype.
When did Beyonce have a child by?
She gets hype.
Beyonce about to get
when did they start dating?
canceled.
It didn't matter about
the age gap.
Nobody's caring about it.
What's Hov and
What's
Beyonce
the age gap?
The age gap is significant. However,
it is.
okay.
But do we care though?
No.
It's not about that.
Like I don't think. Okay. There is a movement going on right now where age gap relationships are trying. It seems to be that the feminist movement is trying to position that age gap relationships are predatory, right? That's not the case. If a woman in her lower 20s graduate from fucking college and decides that she wants to be an established man and not endure the struggles, we've never faulted that woman, right? I don't know where that's coming from now. That now, a younger woman that says, you know what, I'm gonna ride my beauty out, right?
Yeah.
I got 25 years of just beautiful shit, and I'm gonna just ride. We've never faulted a woman for that, right? The same way we never faulted young rich men for being ugly dating beautiful women, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, all right, y'all cut that shit out, and fellas, do not start buying into this bullshit.
Well, here's my thing. We got to stop acting like she brung up Jay-Z and Beyonce. Please never compare yourself to Hov and Beyonce. Second of all, we got to stop acting like Beyonce wasn't worth a couple $100 million. Who decided on Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He didn't have to marry her. She didn't have to be with him. Same thing with Brittany and PJ. But look, in Brittany and PJ's relationship, there's a clear breadwinner. All right? And Jay-Z and Beyonce, absolutely. But if Beyonce said, hey, I wanted to date such and such, she could have dated whoever the fuck she wanted.
And I mean, shit. 10 years isn't. I mean, if both people are 20 plus, 10 years isn't really this huge fucking age gap. I think they're more than 10, but even still, it's like it's not that big of a fucking deal.
And I still don't know what Lori Harvey voice sound like.
He could even really get his legs on.
That was his
That's true.
choice. I don't have to leg lock niggas. You want to fuck me raw and come at me? Except what comes behind.
We talk about that a lot on this podcast.
On both sides. If it was a woman, if it was a girl who just became 21 and a nigga who was 33 and she was pregnant.
But y'all ain't had nothing to say.
Permanent decisions. It's not about dating. It's permanent.
When Diddy was with younger women, y'all have nothing to say. When Future was with Lori Harvey, it's fucking crickets. I'm gonna say people's names because everybody in this motherfucking industry
stop comparing yourself to these niggas, Brittany.
but y'all pick and choose.
I mean, she in the money now, though.
What about Future and his bitch now? What's the age gap with that? Why
Who
is
she
that
say,
not
Future?
raising eyebrows?
Yeah.
Because
Who's he with?
nobody
Making some noodles. I don't know.
gives
Some
a
random.
fuck about what men do.
Baby
But let
mama
a
number
woman
9.
be
Now Drake need to chill.
years
Drake look
apart,
like he might be getting
and I'm a
himself
fucking
some hot
predator.
water.
Y'all calling me R.
Need to chill
Shelley. Y'all
fuck
got
out.
all these memes and this funny shit.
R. Shelley is also funny.
Because my
That is funny.
At the end of the day,
And nobody calling Brittany
Paul
that.
Jermaine Washington III is my child's name. So if people want to have their own opinion about our relationship, that's on you. I could call my baby father right now. He will laugh. He's not going to dispel any rumors because he loves this shit.
No,
but
he's on Twitter subtweeting like, yo,
He
I
loves.
see my child.
He's allowed to.
Why don't you let him see his child? Let's talk about that.
I let him
Oh,
see
yeah.
his
Here we
child.
go.
We already
Here we go.
Because we feel like before you could even get a max contract, you already got.
He's not getting one.
got a
So
kid.
you guys feel bad for someone who moved me in and wanted to give me a baby and named it after him? That's what y'all feel bad about?
We feel like you were more in control of the situation than him.
I was. Control is an illusion. So what are you saying?
Just like if
Okay, now this is something that women do, right?
Okay, here we go.
Because who's in control of this relationship right now?
Brittany.
Who's controlled this relationship when they first met?
Brittany.
And now she's making herself seem like a fucking victim.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen,
That's
do
woman shit,
not fall for this shit, man.
Don't.
Do not fall for this. Look, if your woman have gaslit you and put you in a situation where you are coming from fucking behind, bro, do not let her start telling you that you was the man and you start making the shit. Nah, dude, you got.
Yeah.
You got. And you're waking up.
He's waking up.
And if you start waking up and then you realize you're in a bad situation, do not delay getting the fuck out of this bad situation.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then the other thing about Brittany is, all right, you making yourself seem like a victim. You ain't one, first of all.
She's not a victim.
Second of all, stop reading your fucking comments, yo. Like, celebrities kill me. They get on here, they complain. They, people. Perfect example. And Mike, don't fall for the trap that I'm about to say. Lizzo was out here complaining about being body shamed, and then a week later, she butt ass naked twerking on camera. Like, that's the bullshit. You read your fucking comments, people talking shit. So right now, let's be fair. That fake story, and I believe it's fake, and I felt like it's unfair. That story came out that Brittany had PJ paying like $200,000 a month.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Right?
Like, it's not happening, man. When I see Diddy paying $29,000,
yeah,
PJ's not paying 10 times the amount.
And here's the thing: I don't think PJ's a bad guy. I think PJ, and I definitely believe that PJ is probably financially taking care of Brittany.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing: I think the two of y'all need to be together.
Y'all seem like y'all made for each other.
Yeah, like I'm not one of these people that's like, free PJ.
Nah, fuck
free
that.
Free will.
That nigga was balling at Kentucky.
Yeah, free will.
Let me tell you something. PJ was at Kentucky, had this bad chick and her badass friend following him around, bro.
Exactly.
And that shit came with purse. Let me tell y'all something. PJ got so much ass off the fact that he's smashing Brittany.
Bundle of Brittany.
He got so many cheeks because of that.
Yeah.
It might have rose his draft stock because he was popular.
Well, I mean, it might have increased his confidence in his game at least, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I gotta show up. Like I cannot disappoint Tiana Trump in the crowd.
Come on.
I'm dropping buckets.
19 and we start fucking around when we're 21. Even though if you're 21, we're gonna feel bad for you because we know what fame and influence brings to someone. Especially with permanent decisions. Just dating, we'll give you a pass. But once you're having kids, you're getting married, of course, there's a permanent decision.
She ain't wrong here. She's eating his ass on the
Did
show.
I make this child myself, or did it take his nut to make this child?
Whoa. Because see, here's the thing. We always talk about this on the show, right?
Here you go.
That men are responsible for the babies. We always mention this, right? And we always get pushback. Ooh, boy, remember the season first started? Motherfucker was upset.
Bro, what we say?
Men make the decision on whether or not a kid is born. And here's the thing. Women know this. You want to know how I know women know this? Listen.
Once you're having kids, you're getting married, of course, those are permanent decisions.
Okay, so
did
I make this child myself, or did it take his nut to make this child?
Woo.
Obviously, it took two of y'all.
Yeah, ladies. Y'all tell the truth when you're upset.
Okay.
Fellas,
Well,
pay attention.
He could have told you, like,
Pay
Do
attention.
you know how life
I
is
don't do
created?
it.
Do you know how life is created?
Yeah, but he could have told you I ain't want that show. He'll be like, yo,
so
hey,
he
listen,
didn't want a
that was
child, but he's
mistake.
gonna name him the third.
Yeah,
Academics
after
be
it's gonna
like,
happen
gosh.
because your body.
Brittany, come on the show.
Come on the show,
Come on
Brittany.
the show,
No, I
Brittany.
gave him the option.
And Brittany, I'm gonna let you talk.
I love you.
Yes.
I'm gonna laugh, but I'm gonna let your ass
We're going to
talk.
live stream it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some stupid
I
shit.
would have agreed to it.
Gavin is definitely going to say
Absolutely,
some
man.
shit.
Because, bruh, I shoot
Oh,
chicks like
wow,
Brittany
so
every
now
day,
it's-
dog.
Well, it's his fault. What?
They might say
I can't hold you down no more, man. Yo, we got to throw you to the wolves.
We were in a real relationship. There were real feelings involved. I mean, there was a beautiful child made.
They need to get back together.
Why the fuck is he complaining on social media then?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Because honestly, he's the reason why you look bad.
Mm.
It looks like you're a user. It looks like you're, quote unquote, a predator because of how he looks to be like a victim. Hey, I can't see my child.
The can't see your kid part is bullshit. That part, absolutely, we gotta get that resolved.
But men gotta stop that shit, yo.
Not saying you should feel bad for me, but the internet's gonna
take her ass to court.
Because you know why,
bruh.
Like if you could afford it, most men cannot afford it. Most men cannot afford.
Here's my thing
to go to court.
Here's my problem with men, and I pray I never have to go to this point. So many men are scared to call their baby moms or whoever. They're afraid to call them unfit. Because it requires action once you label her that.
Yeah, because and then you slept with someone that's unfit, right?
You slept, so poor decisions.
Yeah, poor decisions. Exactly.
That's the name of this episode. Poor decisions. Like you do that shit, and men will complain. I can't see my kid, and you know my girl won't bring him to her to me, whatever the case may be. You know my baby mom ain't shit. She always doing this, and they go so scared to say, "Yo, is she unfit?" Because then you have to do something.
Yeah,
you have to admit that. All right. I know that she's unfit and I'm choosing not to take her to court. I'm choosing not to go get my child. Now, is there situations where like, does going to court cost? Absolutely. It's going to cost you time, money. It's going to cost you energy.
$10,000 off the dick.
Look, this is why you need to be married when you have kids and you don't.
They're going to tell you 3. It's 6 to 10.
And so the thing is, it's like, bruh, if you really want your kid that bad, you got to go get him. If you really want to, hey, I can't see my kid. But PJ got the money.
Yeah, and here's the thing. All right, you also got to understand that you're dealing with an emotional being, right? Which means that this emotional being has feelings. I don't know why when we finish with someone, we only want to give that person bad feelings. Right? And the reason is because we don't understand that that's a reflection of me, right? Like we don't understand that. Like if you treat somebody like shit, that's not a reflection of them. You treat somebody like shit, that means that's how you feel.
Absolutely.
Because if you felt great, right?
Yep.
Like if Jeff Bezos walked in here and smacked the fuck out of me, he's a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
I haven't done anything to him.
We paid our Prime subscription.
Yeah, so it's like that has nothing to do with me. That would have everything to do with him.
Absolutely.
So it's like we got to understand is that, that's an extreme example, but in real life, man, when you treat people terribly, that's not a reflection of how that person have interacted in your life with you. That's the way that you have chose to interact with them. Like we got to do better. We have to do better. It always goes back to like, man, look, biggest red flag, fellas, pay attention real quick to what I'm about to say.
Here we go.
when you're in these social media groups and these dating groups and you see a woman that says something along the lines of, if her man cheated on her, she could cheat back worse. Right?
Yeah.
That's a red fucking flag, man.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing. A lot of men do that, right? Like if they think their girl fucking around, they'll start fucking around. Let me explain something to you. Once you start holding yourself accountable to a standard, you hold other people to that standard.
Absolutely.
Right? If I'm dating a woman and I find out she cheats on me, I'm not about to lower myself to just start going out here and fucking random women. For what?
Absolutely.
Like, no, either she and I have to make a decision, like on this relationship. I'm gonna decide to stay, like Will.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna bounce, right? But it's not. I don't have to cheat. I don't have to go around here and fuck 3 different women in a week to feel better about myself. I'm just gonna be like, yo, like I didn't do anything for you to fuck around and cheat on me, and you cheated. Like, yo, we gonna have to bounce, man. Like,
Shout out to Jada for finding some unique way every week to embarrass Will Smith.
You know what, man? Like Jada. The problem with what Jada said. So here's the thing, Jada doesn't have the social cachet to say anything about Will's name anymore. Right?
Yeah.
We know that she's cheating on him.
Yeah.
We know that she misses her ex-boyfriend.
He's been dead for years.
So we have a lot of things to understand about Jada, right? So when Jada goes on the show and she says I don't think Jada understands that she's not the star. Right?
Yeah.
So when you say we, no one is thinking about Jada. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully.
Yeah, it's just
I'm saying that in real life. Like when she say we, right? Like it's Will. That's what we're thinking about. Right?
Absolutely.
If Will Smith goes on TV and say we we're not thinking about Jada. We're still thinking about Will.
Absolutely.
We just know that he included somebody, more than likely his wife.
Yeah.
Right? If Jada says we immediately think it's Will. Like, so Jada's problem is she went on the show and she should have said I, right? Mm-hmm. When I got in my relationship, I didn't know how to please my husband. I didn't know what pleased me, right? And if she says that, this shit doesn't fucking happen. She was correct. She was taken out of context, but she don't have any more social credit.
Jada, I can't wait to see what you do before our next episode to embarrass Will
Smith. I mean, do you think? But let's take a poll.
Over
between now and January 1st, will Jada embarrass Will?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's finish this reaction.
We have conversations.
Why the fuck are you acting like you're the victim when you wanted to?
Okay, act.
Situation.
That's the $1 billion question. I've asked him that in private. I've asked him that when we went out to eat. I've asked him that over FaceTime. We've had a lot of conversations, and the reality is what we talk about in private will never be public. I have no desire to be like, I'm not.
I had a fucked up theory.
I hate this shit right here because she says it's not in public, but she made a whole episode talking about his baby daddy season.
Okay.
She corny me.
Yeah, she corny.
Cut this part off, okay? I thought he was a cash out option. I was like, yo, listen, you've been with way more. No disrespect to you, PJ. I told you to cut this off.
Yeah.
You've been with way more litter people who are more successful in their respective fields. He's a millionaire, grandest and third. But I felt that, I always say about women, and tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just fucked up in my thinking. Maybe I need to change it.
Shut up,
You're
man.
getting older, and you needed someone, and you probably always wanted to have a kid, right? And you were like, hey, listen, this is the person that I'm going to not necessarily cash out with, but this is the one who will do this with me.
It's like really audacious of you because it actually just proves my theory that I've always been in it for true love. I've been with men with way more money, and if I was truly an investor and trying to cash out so I don't have to work again, let me finish. I would have cashed out 5-6 years ago. Men with a lot more to live.
I thought everybody had you as a side chick. I'm gonna be honest. I thought everybody else had you as a side chick, and listen. In a male community, we know the chicks that's like, yo, that's side chick pussy. And then we know the dumbass nigga who wifes up the side chick. And we're like,
so what makes
this is Act trying to get his clicks.
Because what, I'm beautiful? And
no, because the one who everybody fucks with doesn't wife. That's the side chick. Sorry.
So who have I been side chick?
You wrote a fucking book.
Who have I been a side chick? But I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual
Rick
sex,
will redirect a goddamn conversation.
Mm-hmm. And she could do that with Act.
Yeah, she really can.
You know why men don't claim women? Because we have our real girl that we don't want to tell about you.
All right. And on that note, fellas, like that's the end of the episode. Hey, stop cheating. Like, here's the thing. If you're the type of man that can afford more than one woman, bro, you could afford to have a conversation, to have that conversation with the woman and let her know, hey, I would like to have more than just you. All right? Like, stop fucking cheating, man. Like,
please.
It's a bad look.
Bro, and it's expensive.
It's expensive as fuck. And it's definitely expensive to get caught. No,
oh my gosh. Bruh, I'm scared to hear if I ever cheat, what's gonna happen to my house. Like the split up, the deal with.
Oh, yeah. And they go for the jugular, man. It's not even personal. They just hate you.
Yeah.
So it feels personal.
And we good on that. All right, man, before we get out of here, you had one topic we need to talk about.
All right, so it kind of goes into...
You can't tell on our group chat because this was dropped in the group.
Yeah, it kind of goes to the conversation of what Britt had. And, okay, so it's two things here. All right. One, Brittany, as much as attractive as I find her,
she fine.
It's going to be hard to have a successful life with Brittany, right?
Absolutely,
because she doesn't have any decorum. She does not have the ability to uplift you and build unless you're doing what she wants, right? Like PJ Washington is real talk. PJ Washington is probably a 6-time NBA All-Star, right? Talent wise,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, are you telling me that PJ Washington, if he was able to focus, isn't a 20-10 guy at center in the NBA?
Yeah, he could probably put up some points.
He could do that. Like, is Jermaine O'Neal better than PJ Washington?
Yes, but I mean, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's similar talent, right?
Absolutely.
So the fact that PJ can't get there is the fact that, you know, hey, you know, I got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got to be at work at 6. Mm-hmm. I got to be in the gym. I got to study film. But when I'm done at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right, I'm not putting in those extra 2 hours in the gym. I'm on the phone with my goddamn attorney. Yeah. I'm on the phone with my crazy fucking baby mama, you know, for the next 2 hours. Then I got to decompress for 2 hours, right? So guess what I'm not doing? I'm not watching film for 2 hours, right? And and now it's 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon when I should be getting rub downs, treatments, massages for everything I've done in that day and getting my food. Well, guess what? Now I've missed the film. I've missed the extra practice.
Yep.
I'm not with my teammates. I've had to deal with all this shit. I'm just exhausted.
Bruh. And then I'm in practice, and every time I miss something, somebody making a joke.
Yeah. So it's like,
because nigga, people at his job, they're clowning him.
Yeah,
bro.
so it's like that's the kind of work that you got to put in if you want to be a 6-time NBA All-Star by the time you're 30, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to put in that kind of work, that kind of commitment, that kind of dedication. If you have someone that supports you, it's easy.
It's easy.
If you have someone that's actually pulling from you, and this is the shit that Britt got to understand, right? Like if Britt actually wants the fucking bag, you got to become the woman in his life that his life relaxes.
Absolutely.
And it's like, yo, you're not giving him that. When you post, look, women understand when they say that they're going to bring another man around your kid and you're an active father. They're intentionally doing that shit to piss you off.
Absolutely.
They're not doing it for the positive male role model influence. You already got the kid already has that, right? So why are you doing it? You're literally doing it just to piss the man off.
Be petty.
To be fucking petty. Britt understands that shit, man. Like she ain't stupid. Britt went to Jackson State. She graduated. She's an athlete herself.
She's an athlete.
She is not stupid. She know what she's doing. So here's the thing, Britt, you got to clean up your act. And then PJ, yo, look, you got to ride with this. If it's a mistake, you got to ride with it.
Yep.
If it wasn't a mistake, then you need to own it and just be like, nah, I like fiery women.
Yeah. What a save by Mike. Oh my gosh. Hand claps for my host. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't know what Mike saved himself in the podcast. Who's definitely going down.
Yeah.
But absolutely. You got to eat that because let me tell you something. I know a cat who has a daughter and we talk about it all the time. It's like, yo, sometimes you got to eat what you going on because you don't want your daughter to turn out that way.
You don't. And that's, and you know, this is something that I do see with parents all the time is that we're so pissed off that we're not considering the kid. And you got to understand that like you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to eat some shit, man. Like you're just going to have to.
Absolutely.
Like you're going to have to say, all right, you know what? I'm going to have to endure this. I'm going to have to tolerate it on, you know, for the sake of the child. And if you can't do that, then you need to make sure that you careful with who you have a baby by.
Absolutely.
Like that's the most important thing. Now,
here you go. This is what I've been waiting for.
We have been discussing, you know, the elevation of men, right? Like we talked, it was a couple podcasts ago where it said that the minority of men get the majority of women.
They do.
All right, so like 10% of men get like, what was it?
60 or 70%.
60-70% of all the women.
Absolutely.
All right. Now what we're finding out is that because there's such an imbalance between education-wise, like women are at some colleges 67% women, 30-40% men.
Sound like Winston-Salem to me.
And then they're complaining because basically there's a woman and a half.
Yeah.
For every guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So it's being coined. It was an article in the
New York Post, right?
The Post. Well, the Post I think the Guardian had posted it. But anyway, what it was basically saying that men are having what they call the golden penis syndrome, where men are actively just not getting in relationships and playing the field because there's an abundance of women, right? Like
absolutely,
especially if you go to some of these cities and there's an income disparity, right?
Yeah.
Like if women are making 70, 80 plus, right? And it's 6 women to every 3 guys. Yeah. You know, or 4 guys. Well, that means that every night that a woman goes out, there's going to be, you know, 1 guy to every sometimes 4 or 5 women. And because of this, men are becoming shitty daters.
Absolutely. Duh.
Yeah. Like they're like men want great daters to begin with.
They were.
Romance is not our thing. It's not our forte to begin with.
Nope.
So the fact now that men don't even have to go out to fight or to find women, like they're becoming lazier in bed.
Yep.
And they're becoming lazier daters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my question is, gents, are you in this place? Because here's the thing. A lot of men, like a lot of these groups I'm a part of, I see a lot of guys where they are, the woman got to pay 50-50 for everything. Or, gosh, man, what was the complaint last week that was going on with guys? It was something on dating. And it's like, I'm like, you know what? I didn't believe that 10% of the men was getting 56% of the women, but there's no way these men are getting laid.
No way.
There's no way. And here's the thing. Not only there's no way that these men are getting laid, but we're talking about these men could be once a quarter, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
There's no way for them to actually sustain a relationship off of conversation, interest, being funny, hobbies. There's no other way because they're so bitter. So for the men that are left that are, the 10% of men, of earners, or we're talking about the low percentage of men who are actually great in bed, or if we're talking about the low percentage of men that do not have children, or if we're talking about the low percentage of men that are all three of these things.
Yeah.
The message here is Patrice O'Neal, the late great Patrice O'Neal said it this. If you want these men, women got to start selling what these men are buying.
Absolutely.
And these men are not buying the fierce.
Here we go.
Not nice.
Uh-oh.
Not sweet. Not cooperative. That's not what these men are buying. So if women want that, then they got to understand that 20-30% of men, it's not a lot of them, but women got to understand that those men are unattainable with those attributes.
So funny enough, I was talking to Ez about a friend of mine, and he was like, "Yo, why is she single?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, we keep going." And then he brings it up again. I'm like, "Bro, I don't know why she's single." He's like, "I'll tell you why she's single." I said, "What?" He said, "She wants the men that don't want her."
Yep.
And I go, and I laugh, and I go, "You know what's so funny? I tell all my homegirls that's single that want a man, I say, figure out the man that you want. Figure out what he wants in a woman. And you got to make a hard decision. Do you want to become that woman, or do you want to get the man that wants you as a woman?"
Yes.
And it sucks to say, but there is a certain type, like, funny enough, we think about women want to do the Sierra's prayer, right? They want Russell Wilson, right? And I think we talked about this on the podcast. Like, do you really want Russell? No. Why?
No.
Because Russell is booked and busy 8 months out of the year. His week is Sunday, I'm gone from home all day. Monday, I'm sore, so I'm not moving.
Not doing anything.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got practice, or I'm doing walkthroughs, or I'm going to do film. When I come home every night, I'm studying some more. Friday I'm back at work. Saturday, I'm resting, or I'm traveling to go to work.
Yes.
So let's do it like this. 8 months out of the year, probably 9 months out of the year, if we're doing training camps and actual work, things of that nature. And 8 months out the year, he's not available for you 6 out of the 7 days of the week. Right?
Not available.
Are women willing to say, "Hey, I'm willing to date a man that's not going to be home 80% of the time that I'm with him"?
Yeah.
No, they're not. Y'all not really down for that.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
But Russell Wilson gets Sierra because she's saying, "Hey, I understand that. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And I'm willing to allow Russell to go from, hey, you was dating this chick who really wasn't for you, to you signing 2 max deals. And you are now this man now that has me a part of a baseball team."
Yes.
You got to think about those things. So now I'm thinking about what you're saying is, dudes, do we suck at dating? Absolutely.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And we're not funny.
Not funny at all. Here's the thing. This is what I want guys to understand. It's like, yo, if you are a quality dude, like if you're quality, right? Like you're 60,000 plus. I know that the other shows they like 100K. Like, bro, ain't that many people making 100K. I'm just letting you know.
We like a lot.
But there is a path to $100,000. There really is. Right? So if you are one of these men, if you're college educated, if you do not have kids, or even if you have one kid, like that's
they don't care about the first kid.
They don't care about the first kid anymore. Like, and it is a double standard. Men do care. Men, women don't care.
Yeah.
Like if you're a good father, bro,
they prefer that.
They prefer that. You know?
I knew a chick who had no kids who was like, I want a dude that has one.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So it's like, yo, we have this. So if you just elevate yourself just a little bit, man, like,
and be a little bit of funny.
Like if you just be a little bit funny, if you just be more nice, just be more of a gentleman, you know, have a little bit more interesting conversation. Take care of, like, do the small shit, bro. Like open the doors and pull a chair out. Like if you could just elevate a little bit, right? Like you're already exclusive. Bruh, it will put you in the top echelon, and y'all would not have to get online complaining about how all women are, you know, ain't shit and all the same. Like, bro, there's $50 dates out there, right? Stop asking women to pay for the first fucking date. And this ain't even some simp shit, bro. This is I'm trying to get y'all dudes who never get laid shit, all right? Because the woman is already interested. That's why she's coming out.
That's why she talking to you,
bruh. Like, there's restaurants that look. Your local city, find a little small spot where you can buy a bottle of wine for like $30, bro. Like you buy a bottle of wine for $30, you can get like a little $10, $15 appetizer. That's all you have to buy.
Yep.
Don't guzzle the wine, sip the wine. 2 hours ago, $50, you're out of there at the tip, maybe $60. Bruh, there's things you can do to be better at this shit.
These dudes is corny, dog.
They're corny as fuck. And like, bruh, this is the golden era for fucking men. And y'all fucking it up.
It really is.
It's a golden era for men. Hey, before we get out of here, it's one thing we forgot about, bro.
What's that?
Oh, man, I don't know if you heard this clip right here. I did not see this.
Oh, gosh.
One of my homegirls sent this to me.
I have nothing to do with this.
We got to play this shit.
Have nothing to do with this,
This is your boy, Kevin Samuels, talking.
For men who want to be with men. I understand the impulse, brothers. I do.
Wow. Andrew Caldwell was correct.
Our women are not showing us. I don't care what they say. What are the women showing?
Kevin.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what the fuck that shit is, bro.
Kevin, it's great for you just to come out and be like, yo, it's a slip of the tongue, but whatever.
Yeah, like real talk, Kevin. Like that was bad, bro. That was bad. Like I understand the impulse and the urge. Like, nah, I don't get it, and I don't knock those that do.
Yeah, but you can't be out here bashing women and then clowning everybody that labels you a certain way, and then you come out and say
some shit like that. Like, yeah, I understand the urge.
Look, now on every talk show you go on, they're gonna make jokes on you.
Yeah, no, and that is and look, laugh at yourself. If it was something.
Oh yeah, you got to make the joke.
You got to make the joke first.
Absolutely,
but hey, that's it for today, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the show.
And look, some changes is coming to the show. We are now focused. We as in me. Let me let y'all know. Me and Mike really got some shit that's about to cook up. So we need y'all to go make sure you subscribe on Facebook, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever the hell you find us at. And
yeah, and you know what? I'm mad
somebody find Brittany first.
I'm mad y'all didn't tell us that our Apple podcast wasn't populating. It is populating now. So
bet.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, we about to get more views and listens.
Yeah, we back on Apple Podcast, man. Hey, and if you are listening to this, go to the YouTube, Stir Fry Podcast.
Absolutely.
Follow us there, subscribe. Appreciate everything everybody do, man.
All right, man. We're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.